I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
This goes out to you.
What's good, y'all? I just got an idea because I was listening to some Eminem albums and I wanted to do a ranking. Now I know a lot of people do tiers, and I was thinking of doing tiers, but honestly, I could just rank them off of worst to best. So for me, the worst Eminem album is Revival. I know most people would agree with that because Revival is kind of like unanimously his worst album. It was just a sappy album, him trying to be mature, him trying to show he's had growth, and you know, I appreciate that he tried something new. You know, he didn't want to just be the old bitter guy. Like you know, on Kamikaze, he was like, I did the woke me and y'all didn't want it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Rival was pretty garbage. Definitely one of his worst albums. It was just so sappy, man. To get that over that, my second least favorite Eminem album would have to be Encore, and that's probably, you know, also unanimously. But for a bad album, it's not that bad. You know, for Eminem, it's extremely bad. But if it was like a Lil Yachty or somebody like that, you would like, it wouldn't be that bad. But it had high moments. I still enjoy the goofy songs like, you know, Ass Like That, Just Lose It. I enjoy Mosh. I enjoy damn it, I'm trying to remember the songs. I enjoy Yellow Brick Road is an album cut that is so fire. Mockingbird's a classic. So it still has those things, but just as far as an album, it just doesn't like hit the same like an Eminem album was supposed to. So that was like the third from the top of the worst. I would have to say Recovery. Now I know a lot of people are gonna be like, what? He has so many other, you know, his newer stuff. I'm not gonna agree with that, bro. Recovery, I had recently listened to it because I hadn't listened to it for a while. It just ages so bad. It's just like a pop album, you know. It just doesn't age well. The only reason I will put it over Encore is because it has higher highs, like and more like actual listening music, you know, like No Love, Love the Way You Lie, even though they're sappy, you know, the comeback songs, you know, the Not Afraid. It was a very poppy album. It just doesn't for me, you know. The singing on there was very, you know, outdated, the pop songs, but I love So Bad, you know. I love On Fire, I love Cold Wind Blows. You know, some album cuts are like Going Through Changes. It gets the slight edge over Encore for me over that, but on the listen back, it isn't as fire as I thought it was. Next in order, it was between Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By. And I have to go with Kamikaze. And the only reason why is because Music to Be Murdered By has the double discs. So for me, the second CD is better than the first one. And, you know, they both have, you know, it's old Eminem. This is the most recent Eminem, so it's going to have flaws with it. But I love the song structures of most of the album. Like, he actually gets it right on point for most of the album. Like, the first album, it wasn't as good. If it was just the first one, but by default, I have to count both because to me, you have to. Like, I have to count both, man. Both parts. I love Side B, bro. Side B has so much stuff, bro. The She Loves Me, and Alfred's theme. I know the people like the beat is goofy, but he was spitting on there, man. It has some heat on it, man. I like a lot of the stuff. Even the first album had some stuff. Lock It Up. It had the song with Young and May. It had I love what's the singing song, man? It had damn it. I'm gonna put it up here. But that song where he was singing, I love that song. It just has a good feel to it. The second album is more structured, I would say. It had some good songs like I love Killer. I love Zeus. You know, it has some heat on it, bro. I love that album. I just love that album. I would have to put Kamikaze before it. So the reason I'm going to explain Kamikaze is because Kamikaze has like 5 strong tracks, and when it first came out as a surprise, I was hyped as an Eminem fan, bro. It has, that aggressiveness. It was like the Slim Shady was back. He was dissing people. Unfortunately, Eminem is at his best when he has to diss people, but it started off with The Ringer. That's one of Eminem's best lyrical songs. Tactical, man. He was going crazy. He was like, MGK, all y'all could get it, bro. And then he had the Not a Light. He was going at MGK. He was flowing. He was spitting. Then he had one of my favorite songs of his of all time on there is Fall, man. That song is so fire, bro. I just love the way he rapping on there. This was a really rapidy rap album when he was going crazy. The Greatest was fire. It just had some stuff on there, bro. It had some stuff. The only reason is because when he's not dissing anybody is when it falls off. Like the Good Guy and the Bad Guy was trash. Normal was trash. A lot of the songs that didn't have anything to do with the album's theme, it just lost me in translation. But yeah, that's what I would put. I would put Kamikaze before I would put Music to Be Murdered By. So after Music to Be Murdered By, now we're going to get into the stuff that is really considered classic. Personally, I would say Relapse is the next one. Relapse is so fire on the listen back. I know everybody growing up, bro, and I was young. Growing up, I heard people were saying the album was disappointing. So when I actually got to hear it, like when I actually grew up hearing it, I was like, wow, I was so misled, bro, because this album is so fire. It has so much stuff going on with it. It just has so much going on. It's just so fire, bro. I just love it. It's an amazing album. And it was really, 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 really slept on, man. But it's lyrical, man. It might be like a serial killer crazy album, but it's lyrical. It's the Eminem that people wanted. A lot of people say it was the last time Eminem was like on that Slim Shady phase. He was still, just going at people and just rapping in a way that was an aggressive way. And that's what Eminem fans, we love. We love Eminem going at people. We love Eminem spitting. We love Eminem having that anger, because that's when he's at his best, bro. And the Stay Wide Awake, one of my favorites. Even the hit songs like Crack a Bottle, I love that song. We Made You is a hilarious song. He has some lyrical, crazy stuff on here. He's talking a lot of serial killer stuff, and so some people that might turn him off because he's like talking crazy, like insane. He talking about like getting raped by his uncle and all that, but he's spitting in a way that is like undeniable. Like he lyrically is on his 10 right here. This is one of the best Eminem's lyrically. Like it's so good lyrically, that's why it's one of his best albums. Like and people had to go back like, damn, he was really going crazy on here. Like he was just rapping, bro. Eminem was rapping. Anytime Eminem is really just rapping and he makes some good songs on the album, you're probably gonna get a great Eminem. So after Relapse, now we get to the nitty gritty. I would have to say that it would have to be Marshall Mathers LP 2. And I know this ain't even like debatable, bro, because a lot of people will understand that this is one of Eminem's best albums, bro. It's definitely his top 4 to me. Some people might argue different stuff, but to me, this is just clearly Eminem, back in that form. He was finally in that form that he was waiting to get in, bro. He was finally in that form of, I'm rapping, bro. I'm rapping, but I'm also making good music. Like Bad Guy, he did the Stand Part 2 in the beginning. Then he did Rhyme or Reason. He flowing on that track. A good listening song. So far, a good song, laughable. Rap God. Everybody know Rap God. It might be like, oh, whatever now, but when he first came out with that lyricism, bro, when he first did that song, we was going crazy. Like, this is that Eminem that we was waiting for. Him and Kendrick going back, talking about love and talking about different stuff. Stronger Than I Was, an emotional song. Evil Twin, he's spitting on that. Even the deluxe version, bro. I love the deluxe songs. Groundhog Day, he's spitting. Beautiful Pain is a actually good song, and for an Eminem song, it's a good song. Overall, the album just has this feel that's just amazing, bro. I love this album, man. It's just beautiful. It's when I probably really learned to love Eminem's music even more than I did, because as a kid, I always just liked his music, but this made me love his music, bro. And it was when I was a little bit older. I was probably like 11, so I started listening to albums and started to understand music, and I started to catch punchlines that this man was saying. Next, I would have to say would be Slim Shady LP. And this order is probably the most typical order, because you could probably see what order is going. We all know what Eminem's best albums is. They're his first 3 albums. The Eminem that was young, angry, didn't give up, and was, you know, just signed to Dre. He was hungry, man. He was hungry, bro. This is probably the hungriest Eminem, because you could hear it in the songs, you know, role model, you know, talking about I don't want to be your role model. He just going crazy, talking crazy, man. He had rock bottom, talking about being poor, can't feed his daughter, 97 Bonnie and Clyde. He's a deep cut Eminem, you know, and not like a hit album. So this is probably the last and first Eminem of being, you know, just deep cut lyricism, but also making good songs, because he was still, you know, in tune with what was going on. You know, My Name Is, he still had My Name Is, Guilty Conscience, you know, Guilty Conscience. He has so much songs on his album that are just like considered, you know, the best of Eminem. And lyrically, you know, I'm Shady. If you listen to these songs, Still Don't Give a F, Just Don't Give a F, both parts. I like the second part, lyricism, bro. And like, this is the best of Eminem as far as, I would say, rawness. You know, he wasn't too clean on this album. He was just going crazy. Like, this is probably the best Eminem as far as just rawness, bro. You know what's coming up. Number 2, I would have to say the Eminem Show. Eminem Show is such a fire album. It is such a classic. It is such a great album, man. Eminem Show. It's debatably the best, you know, because for me, it has probably my favorite Eminem song, which is like Cleaning Out My Closet. I always grew up listening to it, and I got older. It's just like it hits so much more. He talking about his pain. He talking about his life. He talking about, you know, he giving himself to the public, man. He's just one of the illest rappers ever, man. And this album proved it. This was an album where he knew he was on top. You know, it wasn't just him just dealing with fame like the Marshall Mathers LP. This one was like, he was like, I know where I'm at, and I'm going to just spit. I'm going to have fun. You know what I mean? This is some of the best Eminem songs ever. You know what I mean? You know, for it to be a second album, it should be, bro. It had Superman. Everybody loves Superman. One of the best just Eminem songs that you could just play. This album also had Sing for the Moment, an inspirational song. Till I Collapse, one of Eminem's most popular songs. You know, Business, one of my favorite intro songs ever, bro. He was just going crazy. He was flowing, bro. It's just songs. This is probably the best song Eminem album. Like, you could just play in public, you know, not just about lyricism, but he had lyricism tracks on here. Say What You Say with Dr. Dre, they was flowing on that. Damn. Soldier, one of my favorite Eminem songs. Soldier, bro, talking about the situation, the pistol whip situation where he pistol whipped the bodyguard, and you know, he talking crazy on his album, bro. It's just a raw album, man. It's a raw, but it's probably his cleanest album. It isn't as raw as Slim Shady LP or the one that I'm about to talk about after this, but it just has so much stuff going on. You just have to listen to it. It's one of Eminem's best produced albums, cleanest albums, White America, all of these songs, man. It's just a great album. And number 1, best Eminem album, everybody would agree, Marshall Mathers LP. This is Eminem, bro. This is probably the greatest album of rap history, you could argue, bro. It's just that great, man. It's no misses, really. But this is Eminem, bro. Stand, bro. Probably the greatest Eminem song ever, you know. One of the greatest songs in hip-hop history, bro. It's just an amazing story of a fan that goes psycho. We all know the story. It created a term that everybody still uses to this day, bro. You know, Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady, Stand Up, one of Eminem's most popular songs. This album has hits and rawness, though. That's why it's the most perfect album. Remember Me, Eminem going on a crazy lyrical thing, 6 dreams and picnic scenes, 2 kids 16, and all of that, bro. He was just one, bro. He was on one, you know what I mean? The Way I Am, one of the best lyrical openings. That's it, back with this pack of zigzags in this bag of this, like Eminem, you know what I mean? This is the Eminem that it's the reason he got hate for, to kill you, the intro, talking crazy, you know, I'ma kill you. He was aggressive on his album, man. This is like the Criminal. I love Criminal, man. Drug Ballad. It's everything, bro. This album has everything that you could want. This album has everything that you could need from an Eminem album. It has lyricism. It has the fun tracks. It has the songs, you know, Kim. It has Amityville, the raw stuff again. It has everything that who knew, the flowing and spitting crazy, you know, dissing the president, dissing everybody, and all type of stuff, man. It's the best album that Eminem has ever made. It is damn near perfect, really. It's just perfect, man. It just, you couldn't come up with a better Eminem representation of an album. This is it. You know, this and Eminem Show are always going to be debated. I always would personally go with this because of just the rawness, just the way that the album is made. Dr. Dre's production is at its peak. And, you know, it might be a little less shiny, which most Eminem fans love, than the Eminem Show. So that's why I would put this at #1. But these are my worst to best Eminem albums. And I'm going to tap in with y'all with another video. Next video, I'm going to do a Kanye list. And, yeah, I'm going to tap back in with y'all.